down the back straight. The safety car is in now. From Slimbo, from Murphy, from Leclerc, Andy, Crazy Part, Blaz, Westy. Hey guys, and welcome. It's Wednesday night. It is Elite League night, of course. And it's with myself, Dave Shaw, as ever. And hopefully soon I'll be joined by Matt and Fissy, as I think we've got 9th on the grid tonight. So, last week, absolute drama from start to finish in Italy last week. Will we get the same tonight in round 15 at Singapore? We will find out shortly. As you can see, the championship is running on your left-hand side. The drivers in tonight's race is down on your bottom there. Let's catch up with some of the absolute drama we had last week in Italy. It was an absolute thriller. It was won by Slim, and he has closed the gap to Jamie 1 to 3 points. Has got past Bettini, and Jamie's been dead! Oh, God! Simo, the debutant, on his teammate Bettino, the Brazilian, down the inside. Has he got it stopped in time?
Leclerc's got to run on Cohen.
Fancies it as well. Shimi forced out wide, and now Slim's got to run a Nova, and IRC Racing fancies it as well. Who's going to come out on top? Shimi, I think, has let him all go. Can Slim go around the outside of Parabolica? IRC Racing trying to follow through. Slim's through. Can IRC Racing follow? Absolute inside. Slim leads. Leclerc does get it stopped in time. IRC Racing down the third. Andy can win. IRC goes off, and Andy's into third place. And can he get second? Down the outside. He's through again.
Beat it, go on.
Slim wins. Oh, look at that. Baby. Nova second. BP third. Yeah. A thrilling race won by Slim. There were 9 different lead changes during that race, of which Slimbo wins 3 points in it. Yor managed to hold on from a magnificent result as well. Nova, who sadly isn't with us today, finished second place despite crossing the line in 8th place. That summed up last week's race. It was absolutely mental. 2 safety cars, some classic Codemaster glitching, completely mixed up the scoring, but it was all sorted in the end. And it was a podium as well for Dan Murphy. BP was 4th, a great result for Toro Rosso, which puts him right back in the mix, as you can see, 40 points off the top. But the main championship, Dan Murphy and the top 4 are separated by just 38 points. The Ferrari boys are coming. Lucas and Nova are coming. Jacob isn't with us today, nor is Nova. So will we get a different win around here this weekend? It's going to be, everyone's saying it, Singapore brings out new winners. It's a chaotic race. It's a marathon more than a sprint. It's a long one. Last week, Italian Grand Prix was quite quick. This one we're expecting to be a long slug. Safety cars, expect it. And whether we haven't had a wet race in Elite League yet, are we going to get one tonight? 19 drivers tonight. The grid is set and made. Qualifying is about to start, folks, so we'll hop over shortly, and hopefully I'll be joined by Matt and Fissy at some point. Running a little bit late, so the drivers are just getting ready now. Let me have a look. Yes, I think we are about to go. Let me just sort that. So let's join live right now. Ah, classic. Classic. It's, bear with me, folks. Bear with me, folks. We're there. We're live. Phew! For a minute I thought we were frozen. We are live. So as you can see, 19 drivers who will be the first out the garage. We will lose 4 cars in Q1. And looks like the Ferrari has got to jump everyone. So no Nova, as I said earlier. He sadly can't make it today. So it's TG will fill for Nova. No Jacob still, unfortunately, due to this COVID isolation. Andy has filled for him. I'm pretty sure it is Lucas, in fact, the first man out the pits. In the Ferrari. What a charge he's had, by the way. 5th in the championship, having a magnificent second half to the season. 89 points. Maybe too far for championship lead at the moment. But definitely in the Constructors' Championship, Lucas can get himself involved in the fight at the top. As everybody else now starting to emerge from the pits as well. We've got an Alpha, we've got a Williams, we've got Toro Rosso, we've got a Haas, a Force Racing Point, a Williams, all going round. We'll try and keep on track. Everything's going to happen. It's going to be fast, it's going to be chaotic. These walls bite. Hopefully not as messy as last week's race, because it got a little bit daft last week. Some silly moves, a bit unlike the Elite League. Hopefully tonight they're all in their best behaviour. So still waiting for Fissy and Co. Of course, remember last year, absolute carnage. We had to have a restart. Slim crashed into a crashed safety car. And what else happened? Oh, of course, the magic barrier in the middle of the road, which several cars ploughed into the back of and caused absolute carnage. So hopefully we're going to get a clean race today. So Lucas will be the first man of the line. Let's ride on board with the Greek driver. Look at the championship. He is 6th. 5th even. God, it even says it on the screen. 5th in the championship, of course. Right in the last corner. Now flat out down the start. Finish straight as the approaches turn 1. He'll slam on the gears. Gets to 8th before shifting down to 4th gear. Then we'll jump down 2 more to 2nd. Late on the gears there, though, with a slight mistake. Missed the apex. This track will be horribly green at the moment. There's that yellow flags, but looks like traffic around the track. It's a very busy track, as you can see on the track map at the moment. Lucas coming down the Boulevard Straight, one of the main overtaking zones, into a big stop. Slam it right down into 4th gear. Looking neat and tidy so far from Lucas. A man who went well here last year. Could have won this race. Of course, this was a race that BP came so close to winning himself. Can he repeat that today? Neat and tidy so far. Hit the apex. A bit slow on the acceleration. Over the bridge he goes. Lovely. Oh, he's completely missed the apex. Awful from Lucas. This is not a lap he expected to be. Tyre wear is high around here. Expect probably 2 stops. There's again yellow flags for traffic, but we're looking at 2 stops, possibly more. I'd say 2 stops minimum. There's a beautiful Singapore skyline in the background as Lucas coming to finish his lap now. Finishes sector 2, coming into a pretty straightforward sector 3. It's quite a clumsy track. As Lucas finishes his lap now. What's it going to be? Slim, confident of pole round here, saying before the session. Just 3 points behind the championship leader, Jamie Wan, who we saw Bennett, of course, in Italy after 3 laps after we were saying how good he's looked, how he looks like he makes no mistakes. Looks like an old Vanquish, really super consistent, super reliable, and he put it in the wall at Ascari on lap 3. Jamie Wan, we wanted to put that right. This is where his championship charge went a bit wrong last season, as RC Sene goes to the top of the championships as we ride on board with 2nd place in the championship. Slim. 153 points, just 3 of the championship leaders. So 2 Belgians at top of the timesheets. RC Sene and LU Racing, who are 2 drivers very close together in the championship. Jamie goes in 3rd place. Times looking, it's a long track, so times will be maybe a little bit spread out. BP puts himself in 6th. Where's Slim going to go? It's only 4th for the man in 2nd place. Here comes TTG Navy. He's invalidated his lap. I was going to say he's had a few poles to his name this season. Has had some absolutely rotten luck. They'll be looking to convert finally a pole position to race win. He has not finished a race in a long time now. Been stuck on 66 points for quite a while. He's invalidated this lap as well, so this has gone horribly wrong for the Dutchman. Who else got a lap? Jonathan Cox. Jonathan Cox as well, another driver who's just gone away out of late. Just hasn't had the luck, he's had the speed, but hasn't had the luck as of yet. And hopefully someone's going, oh, is it? Jonathan Cox knee skims the wall. It's so easily done. The truck is just not giving the grip at the moment. So if you're watching on YouTube, guys, give me a hello. Could do with some company. It's on riding on board Jonathan Cox. So Eric is joining me shortly. Lee Gilchrist, you're late. So yeah, my bad. I am still getting my head around this fiddly stuff. Thank you for joining us, though, Lee. Of course, he'll be supporting Slim, the man on the charge. Jonathan Cox about to finish his lap now. Jonathan Cox, a man who hasn't had a podium yet. No, sorry, he has. I think he's had one. So a little bit consistent for Jonathan Cox, something we're not used to seeing from the man who really took the Super League by storm. It's RC Sene from RU Racing. Belgium 1-2, Dutch 3, and Jonathan Cox goes into second place. It's 1/1000th of a second behind. Wow. Okay, has he got some speed then? Interesting to see what he can do. Can he get himself back to top? Now here is Simo, who had a really impressive debut. Finishing 10th place last week in Italy. Really qualified in 6th. Looked like he had some really good qualifying speed. So the race just got a little bit tangled up in the midfield with some battles. It didn't go his way. A little bit battered and bruised, but however, as the Haas looks absolutely beautiful in the Singapore lights. Where's this lap going to put Simo? He got a point. He got 10th last week, and it's 11th. 1.5 seconds back with Andy back there as well. And Shimi Garcia had a bit of a nightmare run. Here is his teammate, the Brazilian Fatino. More points for the Brazilian. By the way, good hello to Lennon. Unknown Fariesta. Looks like an Italian that I can't read. I'm not even going to try. Tim, hello mate. Rise Esports, thanks, I can use the stream. Oh, that's of course RC Sane's stream. Jonathan Cox, dry race, but Lennon says rain in quali. Now that might explain why everyone's dying to get out there, because JB's usually late out there, Lennon's usually late out there, and all of them are trying to set a time early on. So let's see where Fatino puts himself, and when is the rain going to fall? Rain in Singapore. Fatino is 10th place. He's a man who usually qualifies a little bit low down, but somehow keeps out of trouble and finds himself challenging for the podiums in the late stages of the races. Here's the Slovenian driver Blaz in the all-black helmet as it rattles the car against the wall. DRS wide open on the Boulevard Straight. Sector 1 done. So his good times are a little bit sparse. RC Sane, Jonathan Cox, and RU Racing seem to have a bit of a gap to everybody else. You had for accidents for traffic. No one's been off the road. Everyone's keeping it on the road at the moment. And again, Blaz just taps the wall. Look at all these 4 drivers in this session. When's the rain going to hit? Todd Boucher says, evening. All John for the win. Jonathan Cox, of course. Well, second so far. Looking quick as Blaz completely misses the apex. We saw Lucas do that earlier on. And then Blaz has done it as well. Drivers are really struggling out there, as it's looking extremely overcast, isn't it? Blaz again. Of course, if it's raining qualified, it means they may do Q2 on intermediate tyres. Oh, and Blaz again, the car dancing in the middle of the apex. Somehow didn't invalidate his time, though he lost a handful of time there. That car looks so unstable. And again, the rear stepping out. Blaz having a torrid time. Now I've said that, he'll probably put himself in the top 5. Blaz's season's just unravelling at the moment. Not really going the well as to be. In fact, he pits it. Is he going to pit it? Yes. Avoid that pit wall. Easily done. And Blaz brings it in. Well, Dan Murphy, 4th in the championship. Yet to win a race. His consistency has been unbelievable. Backed himself a few podiums now. Dan Murphy up the start-finish straight. He goes. Where will he put himself? That was 14th. Will that be enough? The time's down from It's TG. By the way, It's TG. Shout out to the Greek reserve driver. Hasn't got out of Q1 for a long time when he's been racing, and currently 11th place, only a second off the top. Look at the skies. Those skies look menacing. What about Lennon? Lennon was so close to a podium last week. A shock podium would have been as well. We've seen so far that qualifying pretty much means nothing as these races have gone. Lennon's saving to go again. There, Jacob says hello everybody. We're missing you, Jacob. Oh, I saw Jonathan Cox's graphic at the bottom. I need to get used to that. Let him brings it in the pits. So, when's the rain gonna fall? Shimi Garcia back out there, the Portuguese driver, the IRC legend, in from season 1 to 4. Did 1 season of Elite before having a bit of a hiatus. Now back. Just missed out on the points last week on his return. Struggling a bit today. Can he get himself up there? 2 seconds off, so he needs to find a lot of chunk of time, does the Portuguese driver. On a flying lap at the moment. BP has jumped up to 7th. Flying Soz, who's back today after a week off, they're in 8th place. Lucas currently in 4th. Doing a good job. So he's closed the gap as well. The championship leader Jamie won 5th. Second in championship Slim 6th. You're third in the championship, currently 10th. Just behind his Renault teammate Crazy Power. It's TG, I tell you what. Struggles to finish races. He's only finished one race in the last year. And that was Monaco, where he got a 7th place. Or 6th place it was, in fact. So he had a fantastic result. So maybe he likes the street circuits more. His success rate from then on hasn't been great. His last finish before Monaco this season was Monaco last season. So he's hoping for better fortunes for TG. However, he's already on more points than what he had last season. And that's progress. As here comes Shumi Garcia. Has he improved on his time? He has, but it's still 1.6 back. Has he got time for one more run? Shumi Garcia under a bit of pressure here. Let's go aboard if it's TG. As he comes in the pits. He's invalidated his time somewhere. So, BP seems to be on an in-lap. He's done. Flying Sozen, the Greek driver, a race winner, of course, this season. A man who is... I know a lot of drivers have had some bad luck, but this man really has had a race win to his name this season. He could be a lot higher in the championship if he just had some luck. He's got the speed, that's for sure. The top 12 separate by seconds, so it's a long old track round here. And I thought we'd be more full spread than this, but looking pretty close at the moment. Vatino out there as the Alphas giving each other a tow. That's Lennon helping out his Alpha team. These two, by the way, these two Alphas are very, very close. They've both crashed together on the same part of the track simultaneously around 2 tracks now, Canada and China. Of course. Let him fly themselves and put himself. As it's getting hazier. Hazier, the rain could not be too far away. The track's getting busy again. Blaz and Len have gone straight back out. Shumi Garcia will be trying to do the same as well. Vatino, the Brazilian, 13th, is not safe by any stretch of imagination yet either. The Baku winner coming around now and he's going to pit. So Flying Soz pits. You're out there then. The third in the championship. Doesn't use the wheel. He's gone off the boil since he stopped using the wheel. His wheel is, well, he's not near as well. I think due to COVID as well, where he's isolated at the moment. He's not been able to get to his wheel. And his pace has dramatically shown for it, because he has dropped right off. However, he has kept himself in the mix. He is still in the championship hunt, is Yor. Only third in the championship. As you can see at the bottom there, 134 points to his name. Right in the mix. Although, after charging Dan Murphy. And Dan Murphy, as I say every week, has been no doubt the surprise of the season. Jamie Wan's going again, by the way. The championship leader, Jamie Wan, also going back out there and going again. So let's see what Jamie can do as well. 2 runs in Q1 for a lot of the drivers. This is quite rare at the moment. When's the rain going to fall? We'll keep an eye on that. And TCG Navy surprisingly down there as well. Struggling. 11th place. You're about to finish the lap now. There's such a clumsy set of corners here. Now, as and your pits. Disappointing. Come on, someone give us a lap. Let's go on board with Vatino. Oh, lovely rear wing shot here. It's becoming quite a fan's favourite is Vatino. Bit of an underdog. And everyone loves an underdog. But he's invalidated his time. We're okay. Let's go on board with Lennon then. I think Lennon's revving up as BP is done for the session. He retires in the pits with just 3 minutes to go. So who are we going to lose? Andy in 16th place under a lot of pressure. Dan Murphy again. Now qualifying's been a bit of a... Oh, and Lennon invalidates. Now has that... Oh no, he's invalidated his lap as well. Disaster for Lennon. He's going to back off and save all his airs and his tyres and his fuel and try and go again. He's got just under 3 minutes to do so. Lucas is happy in 4th. He is done. What about the Slovenian driver Blaz, whose car we saw dancing around earlier on? It's TG's out there as well. Vatino, of course, having to go again. Dan Murphy, Simo out there as well. Shumi and Andy. Andy down there, would you believe it? After another driver who led in Italy, and Navy goes fastest by 2,000ths of a second. And that jumps him straight to the top of the timesheets. Yor is done. Is he safe for 11th place? About to have a frantic final 2 minutes here. Down another overtaking zone this is, as Blaz comes down. Flying Sauce is done as well. Crazy Power there in 10th place. Good job by the Italian. BP and Crazy Power are separated by 700ths of a second. Who'd have thought it? That's a nasty little barrier scores where PK famously crashed on purpose to bring up safety car to help Alonso win in the Renault all those years ago. Where can Blaz put himself? Can Dan Murphy yet again be under threat of dropping out in Q1? Round the final 2 corners comes Blaz. It slows him right there. Blaz hasn't. No, down the start, finish straight, and Blaz improves to 12th. Great effort there. So Blaz could be through. What about Dan Murphy? 13th. Is that enough? Is that enough? What about Simo? Top 10. Last time out in Italy, Simo jumps to... In fact, he doesn't even improve. It's 16th, and that could be it. Will he go again? So, Blaz from Dan Murphy. Vittino's done in 15th. Will that be enough for the Brazilian driver? He's got 2 temps in hand. What about Andy? He was one of 9 drivers who took the lead in the Italian Grand Prix last week. Lennon's done. In fact, he has come in the pits and given up the ghost. Lennon's going to start last. That's not an unfamiliar position for Lennon. His time comes in the race, no doubt about it. Andy coming on the Boulevard straight now. Now this will be uncharted territory for Andy. Starting at the background here, no doubt about it. Coming down into the middle sector. Very stop-start this middle sector right now. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. He's got a Racing Point. He's got a Toro Rosso. He's got a Haas as well. That Racing Point could be Shimi Garcia, also on lap right now as well. Simo has put it in the wall. He's... In fact, it's a Toro Rosso. Yeah, Dan Murphy getting well out of the way. Yeah, Simo has put it in the wall. You're coming up to the section right now. That's where he is. He's up there. So Simo is out. Vittino may survive it. What can Shumi Garcia and Andy do? 2 IRC veterans about to fight it out for the final place in Q2. Dan Murphy should be safe. Blaz is going to be safe. Great effort from Blaz into Q2. He goes. Vittino will be waiting nervously. Dan Murphy will as well. Andy looks like very aggressive. Now the car looks beautifully bold to the track. He can attack the curbs and the car is sticking. Where's this going to put Andy? It goes into 7th place and Shimi Garcia did not improve. Which means we have lost Dan Murphy, Vittino, Simo, Shimi Garcia. Sorry, we haven't lost Dan Murphy. We've lost Vittino, Simo, Shimi Garcia, and Lennon. Dan Murphy survives. And in the end, the top 15 were separated by 0.8 of a second, which on a track like this around here is quite something else. Quite something else. Great effort from Andy in the end. 7th place, half a second off to the front 4. And it's a pretty unfamiliar front 4. Not Navy, he's had plenty of poles, but RC Sane, Jonathan Cox, IRC Racing, 2 Belgians, a Dutch and a Brit in the top 4, followed by Greek, Dutch, Brit, Dutch, Greek. And I'm hoping someone's going to join me soon so I can have a bit of a break as we are watching Andy complete his laps. Everyone's done. 1:35.5. When's that rain going to come? Or was Lennon completely bluffing me? Session done. Navy at the top. Slim and Jamie just so there you go. Look at the gaps. Just less than 2 tenths from the top 4. Lucas, Jamie, Andy. Slim, BP. It's TG, Flying Sods, Crazy Power, your Blaz. All make it through. And Dan Murphy, unfortunately there we lose Lennon, Shumi, Simo and Vittino. So just a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. We'll wait for the drivers to ready up. As you can see, everybody bar Shumi Garcia has scored a point. But as you saw there, our front 4 is incredibly close. Incredibly close, because it's Navy, who's 8th. Then you've got us. You've got RU Racing, who's down there in 19th. RC Sane, 18th, and Jonathan Cox is only 10th in the championship. So the front 4, and there is the rain. That's trouble. Wow, that's a game changer. Were the drivers setting up for wet conditions? The Constructors' Championship as well. looks just as close. Although, to be fair, this Constructors' Championship is the most spread out it's been all season. Intermediate tyres, by the way, for Slim. First man out the garage. And as you can see, let's get rid of the Constructors. Slimbo coming out now. Is he the first driver? No, he's not. He's been beaten by someone. Looks like the other McLaren of RC Sane. So is this a race where we finally see the two Belgian drivers up there? Of course, RC Sane nearly got his first ever podium in Belgium. RU Racing has had a fourth in Australia and never really has been back at the top since. Two very good qualifiers. RU Racing has had a fantastic qualifying. Just has not had the luck in the race at all. Penalties are costing him as well. But this is a game changer. Intermediate tyres. And the two McLaren boys are reading them. They're also leading them round. And there's an Alfa just behind. Two Ferraris also line of and Lucas and its TG. Everybody pretty much out track, bar BP and Dan Murphy and Coandy and Jamie's out there now as well. Is the rain going to get heavier? Is this the best the track is going to get? Are some drivers missing the opportunity? Can they keep it on the road? We have not had a wet race at all this season. In fact, I don't think we've had a wet qualifier. I cannot think of a wet qualifying. Dan Murphy says, God, this league is close. Yeah, it is. It certainly is. As we've seen in qualifying all season long, it is literally now every single race, the top 15, 16 are usually now all within a second. And they usually all would be if drivers didn't make individual errors. There's a lot of traffic out there. RC Sean and Slim have probably got it correct because the two Ferraris are stacking. The Renault of crazy power out there as well. The Mercedes of Andy and Jonathan Cox. There's a lot of traffic, and looks like a mistake been made by one of the drivers because they're queuing. Look at the queue as RC Sane starts his flying lap now. How good is he in the wet? This is a bit of an unknown for all of us. We have not had many wet races. Well, we've no wet races this season. Not many wet qualifyings. This could throw a few surprises. And I know one driver good in the wet. Blaz. Blaz is renownedly good in the wet. As is Lucas, of course. And Yor. I'm going by last season, by the way. But Lucas renownedly good in the wet. How good is Slim? How good is Jamie? Is this wet conditions? As you can see, RC Sane righting up the rear tyres. And I tell you what, I think he's getting away from Slim. Slim looks like he lost a bit of speed behind his McLaren teammate. Ooh, so pedestrian, isn't it? So cautious on the throttle. We're yet to see a wet Singapore. We haven't had a wet Singapore race in qualifying. We're definitely on a wet race. But the rain is hammering down now. Obviously, the fastest second sector. Looks like everyone else on the map has managed to spread themselves out. Dan Murphy remains in the pits. Is he waiting for cars to have accidents? Is he waiting for something to happen out there? And don't forget, they could all start the race on a fresh set of tyres as well. RC Sane is about to complete his lap now. Yellow flags are out. One of the Williams have made a mistake, and I've got a feeling that is Blaz. He's had a little bit of a spin down one of the straight. Here comes RC Sane. So what sort of times are we going to get? It's been a bit pedestrian, it's a 53.7. What has Slim done then? Here come the times. It's a 52.8 for Slim as the times start flying in, flying. Soz goes faster to a 52.8. Interesting. On board with the Belgian driver. Crazy power in second place there. He likes the wet conditions. What about RU Racing? Lucas only goes fourth. It's TG sixth. Are these wet? In fact, it stopped raining. Has that stopped raining? It looks like the rain has definitely eased up. Jonathan Cox goes into fourth. RU Racing goes fastest with a 52.5. He led his first ever race last time out. What about championship leader Jamie won? What can he do? 156 points to his name. Navy goes fastest. But the rain has stopped. It was only a shower then. 9.5 minutes just over to go. J1 goes 10th. Wow. Jamie 1 is struggling. Dan Murphy, Blaz, it was Blaz that binned it. BP's made a mistake on track. He's invalidated his time. What about Co-Andy then? BP going again to start another lap. Andy dancing around the curbs in intermediate. His car looks beautifully bolted to the track and goes into 9th place. Well, the gaps are a little more spread out now. And it looks like one of the Ferraris has had a bit of a mishap. Or is there just traffic out of the way? Let's go on board to BP. I know BP is still on a lap now. Let's find the Dutch driver, the Bredden. Having to go again. This is what we need. But will the track, it's raining harder here, isn't it? Hold on a minute. It seems to be raining at this part of the section, but not raining in the third sector. Well, how bizarre. It definitely wasn't raining on board of RU Racing, that's for sure. So BP coming around now, everyone coming into the inlet. It's such a long track, it's tricky to get round. Yeah, definitely raining still there. As BP comes over the Ruffles Bridge, down to the hairpin. This is a tricky corner at the best of times, even the dry. Yellow flags are flying again. I think someone's put it in the pit wall, in fact. As BP does the fastest middle sector. Let's keep an eye on the Dutchman here. Blaz has gone back out again. Dan Murphy remains in the pits. Is he got a plan up his sleeve here? So BP coming underneath the grandstand now. A quirky, unique part of this track as JB1 improves to 8th. But that might not be enough. All this track is definitely raining harder now. So the rain, but on that shot, it's not raining at all. Maybe that's why I was getting confused. Definitely raining still though. Is the track going to dry up in time? I look at it won't. BP jumps into 7th place, just 7 tenths away from the top. As a Mercedes flying around the corner, Jonathan Cox flies into 7th place, and wow, 6th down to 9th, all within the same 10th. Right, Blaz and Dan Murphy are out there. Blaz is ahead, Dan Murphy on track. Let's go on board with Blazers before we jump to Dan Murphy. I'm hoping someone's going to join me shortly, because my voice cannot keep going for this long on my own. Blaz, we saw Q1, his car looked all over the place. Very, very skinny on downforce, and these conditions are not going to help him one bit. So this could be a fun ride with the Slovenian driver now. Down to turns 1 and 2. Caught many outs. And he's invalidated already. Wow, that's gone horribly wrong for Blaz. Straight under pressure. What about Dan Murphy then on board? With the man 4th in the championship at the moment. What can he do from here? So, Navy from RU Race from Slim. 2nd in the championship and seems to be going quite okay in the conditions. And the rain looks like it's getting heavier, guys. That rain is getting heavier. Has the best of the track conditions been and gone? Is that why Blaz is struggling and Dan Murphy may struggle as well? Slimbo says he won't see the true pace until Q3 because of the narrow nature. Well, the track's going to be pretty green in Q3. Maybe Q1 was the best conditions. T Sammy is in the house. Hello guys, T Sammy here. Good luck to everyone. Jonathan Cox, rain shortly. Well, it's raining now. And Lennon says, I hope it stays so you can do a 1 stop. Well, let's have a look. The rain seems to be getting heavier on my screen. The spray is still very much there as Dan Murphy now starts his flying lap. Has he got it this right? It's going to be 1 run because unless he messes up this and comes into the pits, I can't see him getting back round and going again. As Fissy's joined the game, which hopefully means he'll be joining me very shortly in the commentary box. So Dan Murphy down the back straight he comes. Jamie still only 10th. If Dan Murphy does improve, he could knock the championship leader out. Yaw is only in 12th place. So 3 of the championship contenders at the moment are currently 10th or lower. It's all playing into Slim's hands in these early stages. Flying Sauce has gone back out there. Andy's in 6th. Mercedes 6 and 7 at the moment. Dan Murphy giving the apex a wide berth. This is a clumsy, tricky little corner as well. Dan Murphy choosing to still use the curbs. These white lines are treacherous as well. These street circuits in the wet do not go together very well. Dan Murphy short shifting, really short shifting up the gears there. So what has it been for Dan Murphy? Jonathan Cooks is back out there as well. BP in the pits. Lucas back out as well. RC Sane, who was so quick in Q1, in 11th, and at the moment heading out of Q2. This rain is really not helping him one bit. Dan comes underneath the tunnel now, underneath the grandstand. 1 sector to go. Navy's happy with his time. He doesn't think the conditions are going to improve. If they do improve, he's in trouble. But Navy feels he's safely into Q3. What about Dan Murphy? Can he get into Q3? It would really help his championship fight out. 38 points adrift. Dan Murphy jumps into 10th place only. Is that going to be enough? I wonder if he'll go again as well. What about Blaz? Blaz is invalidated again. What a nightmare. Okay, what about RC Sane? Coming around the start, finish straight down he comes and jumps into 10th. And these guys just seem to be struggling. Will Sane go again? You're on an outlap. STG on an outlap. Poor STG had a fantastic Q1. And this rain has really not helped him one bit. Well, Flying Soz then. So he is coming. In fact, he's invited his time straight away because they're struggling. They really are struggling out there. Here's Dan Murphy going again. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. It's his Toros teammate. It's BP just ahead of him. 3 minutes to go. And who are we going to lose? That rain looks like it's definitely getting heavier. And it's TG has put it in the wall in the pits. I could just see his stricken car. And in fact, you can see his debris. Wow, his debris has jumped over the fence and right outside his pit garage. And 14th is actually pretty good for its TG. He'll take that. So he's done. He's out. We have lost 1 car. In fact, Dan Murphy's backed off, so I wonder if he's saving up for one final hurrah. So RC Sane, is he going again? I think he may be backing off as well. And the flags are for a bit of traffic out there. Not many out the track. Navy is done. He's confident. That rain definitely looks heavy. It is lashing down. It is lashing down here in Singapore. We haven't had a wet race. We've had very few wet qualifyings. And it's making up for it now. And it has not helped Sane at all, nor championship leader Jamie Wan or Dan Murphy. 3 of the championship contenders could be heading out in Q2 here. What can Sane do now? Can he improve his time? He slides over the line in his 10th. And that could be him done. Dan Murphy's trying to wait for space. So what about currently 3rd in the championship. Big lap here for the Greek driver. I'll tell you what, this rain is no good on the pad. For someone like this man. And the flag's out for one of the Toro Rossos cruising around. I think it's Dan Murphy just trying to get some space. Could be. Could we lose? As Dan Murphy is done, he's out. Wow. So Dan Murphy fought for the championship is done. Championship leader Jamie Warner is 12th. You're 3rd in the championship, currently 13th. Could we lose 3 of the 4 championship contenders? And Slim, currently in 3rd place, has a wonderful opportunity to capitalise here. What can you do? It definitely looks a bit wetter out there, doesn't it? The Greek driver looks like he's just struggling slightly. And keep an eye on Jamie Wan. Blaz out there again. He cannot get a lap together. Poor RC Sane, who is so quick in Q1. What can you do? This'll be it for he's staying where he is. He's not improved. No one's improving now. Have we seen the best on the track? Here comes Jamie Wan to start his lap. Wow. The championship leader is under some serious pressure here. As he puts his foot down and starts his lap. With just 7 seconds to go. Look at the entry he takes. He uses all of the runoff. He is giving us absolute full beans. The checkered flag is out. We've lost Dan Murphy. We've lost It's TG. Are we going to lose Lucas? BP is done. And again, the gap between 4th down to 7th. Well, 4th down to 9th is nothing in it. Nothing in it at all. But TTG Navy has been a bit of a rainmaster so far. Lucas is done. He's out. The gaps are pretty big between ninth and everybody else. So Lucas may just be safe with that. IRC Sane has come into the pit, so he's done. It's all about, and Blaz is done. He's binned it on track, in fact. So, this is it then. Yor and JB1, the two championship contenders, are currently fighting to get into Q3. Oh, Jamie's hit the wall, and he's done. He's out. That's it. He hit the wall. He's inviolating his time. Jamie won. And Yor is done as well. Unbelievable. RC Sane makes it through. And we have lost in Q2. The championship leader. We have lost second in the championship. And we lost third in the championship. We have lost fourth in the championship. And Slim, second in the championship, is through with RU Racing, TGG Navy, RU Racing, Flying Stars, Crazy Power. Andy's managed to get himself into sixth place. Jonathan Cox, BP, Lucas, and RC Sane. Wow. Wow. Well, okay. This is the rain is lashing down. I wonder if we're going to see full wet tyres. Hopefully, if you're going to join me very shortly. That was quite an exciting session there in the end. So Q2 done and dusted, and nobody really improved. Sane, massive sigh of relief, but Dan Murphy, fourth in the championship. Jamie won. Yor, It's TG, Blaz are all out. Well. That's a shock and a half.
Wins again.
Beat it, go on.
Oh,
Slim wins.
No,
Is
get off. My bad. So there we go. What is Q3 going to bring? Who's going to be on pole position? Is Navy going to be the Rainmaster? He's been top of Q1 and 2. Can he hold it for Q3? The most important pole position. And can he finally finish a race and convert a pole position? Because he has not managed to do that yet. As we just wait and see what this weather's going to bring. And it still looks heavy, folks, doesn't it? That still looks pretty heavy. Who's going to be first out? Who wants the glory, the lap, the coverage? I did invite Pissy into the chat. I'm hoping he's going to join me shortly. So it looks like a Mercedes is going to be the first out. Is that Andy or Jonathan Cox? No, here they all come. Andy's first out the garage. He's going to be beaten by a McLaren and a Renault. I expect that could be Slim first man out. Everybody else about to follow suit. Intermediate tyres. In fact, it's RC Sane again. And by the way, I know I'm saying his name different now. I was corrected by one of the European drivers last night that RC Sean, it's not RC Sean, but it's pronounced RC Sane in Belgian and Dutch. So apologies, and RC has been so polite, he hasn't corrected me. So thank you for not correcting me and pulling me up on it. So RC Sane is RC Sean, but he's actually RC Sane, if you get what I mean. Right, Q3. Let's ride on board with the Belgian driver again. Looking quick. Another driver who is due his first IRC podium. Both the Belgian drivers are. They can just keep away from the penalties. They're both unbelievable. They're both so far down. They're both 19th and 20th in the championship. And for RU Racing, that's unbelievable because he's been in the top 10 in qualifying so many times. And as for a fact, as RC Sane since he's been driving more regularly for us. Good on-board shot. Look at the visibility. It's not great. That's not been behind any traffic. If I go on board with someone like Jonathan Cox, stuck behind the Italian Crazy Power, in fact, he's letting RU Racing go by. The visibility is even worse. And sadly, I could not get a good example. So let's go back on board with the guy at the front of the train. He leads it from, looks like Flying Soz from Crazy Power. Racing Point, that'll be RU Racing. Yep, then we've got Slim just ahead of Jonathan Cox and Lucas. Navy. It looks like BP's taken for a nice quieter route on his own with Coandy. So here we go. Q3 begins with the Belgian driver RC Sane as they are queuing underneath the tunnel around Sector 3 to get through. As I'm delighted to say, Fissy has joined me. So how are you, Fiss?
Good evening. Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Very well, mate. Yeah, nice to have some company.
Yeah, sorry, I was a bit busy with the family.
You're all good, mate. As RC Sane puts it just out the wall. What a save. A huge tank slap, and that would have cost him a heap of time. Unbelievable save there from the Belgian driver in these conditions. That has probably blown his Q3 in his best lap so far. Have you been following so far, Fissy?
I've seen bits and pieces, mate. I'll put it on in the background. Yeah, weather's changed dramatically since Q1. Q2 looked absolutely nightmare.
Yeah, it got worse for sure. That nobody really improved their times, and it's probably a little bit lighter than it was. You right on board.
It does look lighter on my screen, I must admit, but yeah.
Riding on board with flying sods, but it just looks so. The drivers are so cautious, and the cars look so clumsy in these conditions. Your opinion on this track, then? Driver who's raced it many times before in the Super League. Thoughts on the track in real life and driving on the game?
I love it.
Yeah.
I genuinely love it. It's a street circuit. I've always seemed to go well at street circuits, on street circuits. Me personally, I always seem to get a good rhythm here. It's one of them circuits that's you need a good rhythm, but it'll punish you if you get it wrong, and I like that. I think all circuits should punish you if you get it wrong. I'm not a big fan of these tarmac runoffs and stuff like that. So if you hit a wall, and you're out, and it's I love it. I think it's a great circuit. It's been a great addition to the calendar in real life. There's been some cracking races here. Obviously, there's been the Spygate, Crashgate. Sorry, I should say not Spygate.
PK.
2008. Many things have happened in Singapore, and it's a great circuit. I love it.
Absolutely, it's been a great addition. It's more of a marathon than a sprint, isn't it? This track, you're going to get safety cars. It's a long lap. It's a long race. It's one of those where you just prepare yourself for the long haul, don't you?
You do, yeah. It's obviously they're doing 152, so obviously in heavy rain you could probably add another 8 seconds to that on the lap time. And on the dry, it's still a 140 lap time, and it's a lot of laps, even half distance. So. Yeah, you've got to prepare yourself. You've got to maybe not drive at 100%, for the first 10 laps. Maybe drive at 80, 90% just to get a rhythm, get your eye in. And yes, it's almost like survival of the fittest, really, this circuit.
I'll tell you what, with 6.5 minutes to go, we have got a top 4 that you would never have called. RU Racing, Crazy Power, Co-Andy, BP, followed by Final Solid Jonathan Cox. Slim invalidated his first time. Navy did the same. RC Sane, in fact, Slim's still invalidated, so he's going to have to ban this lap. RC Sane is, I think, going around again, but Navy and Lucas under pressure as well. This could be a tough one to call, Fizz.
Yeah, it seems very close at the moment. It's a shame that Slimbo keeps having a few little dramas. Is it RC Sene?
Sene, yeah, Sene, yeah.
Okay. After all them months of calling him RC
I know. Thing is, he was so polite. He never pulled me up and corrected me on it. Wow, as he goes into third place. Yeah, it was a BP who told me last night. It's pronounced Sene. So
okay.
Sene he is.
Apologies, Sene, for everything we've said in the past and called you short.
Yeah, and please, and if it's still wrong, don't hesitate to correct me, mate.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So Slim,
it's very close, isn't it? The front between RU Racing and RC Sene at the moment.
Yeah, and Crazy Power in the middle there as well. This could be... This could throw a spin in the works. Slim under some real pressure. He's just starting his lap again. So I think this is a third lap now. Or possibly even the fourth he's doing at the moment. But Navy, who's topped both sessions so far, yet to set a time, tried and invalidated. Lucas has a bit of a rain. As the rain eased off there. On that camera angle...
It looks like it, yeah. I mean, I'm on board with Slim on my screen.
Yeah.
And it does seem like it's a lot lighter than it was. I can't imagine they'll be thinking about dries.
4.5 minutes to go. Yeah, the track's
you
dry
never
time,
know.
but dry line emerging.
The back end of the circuit, Yeah, it does. It does look almost like there's a dry line emerging, and it could be possible. Maybe. Oof, I mean, it's one hell of a gamble. Because I mean, like I said a couple of minutes ago, it's such a long lap, like you said as well. You know, if you get it wrong on the dries, with only 4 minutes left, you aren't going to have a chance to do another lap. So
it could be a classic last car over the line. Could be the fastest. I wonder if that's what they're all waiting for, because they're all in the pits. Bar RC, Sene, Cox, and Slim, and I think Sene is definitely coming back in the pits. Jonathan Cox on a flyer. So let's just see. This could be a frantic end to this qualifying session. I think they're all going to leave it to the very last minute, which means there could be a lot of traffic. Slim is making hay while the rain stops, because this.
Dave, I'm on board. I'm on board with Jonathan Cox, and the rain has stopped. BP has put softs on.
Oh wow! Okay.
He's in the pit. Oh well. I think he may have just put inters back on. I think he's probably just doing the crossover.
Slim pits.
Slim pits, wow.
Well, Jonathan was like, I wonder then, because if they go around again, they've been under pressure to get in and out, ready for their final runs. So now we wait.
Yeah.
Flying Soz has gone softs.
He has.
Ooh. Don't forget they can start whatever tyres they want at the start of the race.
Oh, Andy's flick softs as well. I think they might just be checking that crossover time, as there's a Red Bull going out, which is Navy, I assume, and he's going out on inters. So he is. He's only going to get one run at this, and it's going to be on the inters.
And he's going to hit traffic, possibly, because now look, BP has gone softs. Oh, there's going to be some gambles here, and Navy could cost himself a pole position. He was pole last week.
I don't think Navy's going to hit traffic, Dave, because I mean, if there's only 2 minutes 40 left on the circuit, so by the time Navy gets round, these guys on softs should all be halfway around the lap, really. But I don't know if Navy's maybe played it a bit too safe here.
There's an Alpha
with these guys all going out on softs, yeah.
Yep, so yeah, there goes Flying Soz. Flying Soz, let's ride on board with Flying Soz and let's see how he copes with these conditions. He's the guinea pig. However, these guys cannot, as they've all gone soft. The board has lit up soft tyres. Navy will not have time to pit and go again. Navy could have cost himself pole position. It was looking certain after Q1 and 2. He was 2 tenths ahead in Q2. Flying Soz, look at that. Desperate trying to warm up his tyres.
I feel Navy's probably played it a bit too safe.
And he'll be kicking himself because it's warm. It's very humid. The track will dry quickly. DRS enabled. Oh no. Bad news for Navy. That's probably Navy 10th. And right in the middle of the pack, going into the turn 1 and 2 in the middle, is not where you want to be.
I wonder if he'll pit. Or do you reckon he'll try and set a reasonably quick time and hope the others can't get up to temperature?
Yeah, or even bin it, because there's a lot of traffic. Wow, you've got 2 McLarens, 2 Mercedes, Ferrari, the Racing Point, all together. Oh, that's Flying Soz. There's Jonathan Cox. He's in the middle.
You have to say, Flying Soz and BP are the ones that have stolen the march here. They're the ones that are just a little bit far ahead.
Because these guys have tried to be last out. And in fact, Crazy Power is last man out. But is he going to get round in time? That's cutting it fine. So Navy has started his lap.
Navy started his lap. Yeah, Navy has started his lap, and it's. I mean, it's not looking too bad. It's not
too shabby, is it?
So far, it didn't seem too bad on the apex out of turn 1 and turn 2.
Down the Boulevard Straight he comes. He'll lose a ton of time here to the slick drivers with the grooves in his tyres.
Ooh, and I've just cut back to an almighty traffic jam. I saw a Ferrari taking the escape road, Lucas going up the inside of Jonathan Cox, and
it's messy. Look, yeah, and they've got 17 seconds left. Crazy Power may miss out completely here. BP is fine.
I think he will.
These guys may miss out. This is touch and go. They're all in traffic. Are You Racing's one of them. 5 seconds left. Lucas is over. Are You Racing's over. Jonathan Cox has done it. Crazy Power has
not made it.
Wow.
He has finished. And we've got a Toro Rosso off at turn 1. BP is off.
Oh,
at turn 1. He's obviously. He's just got in the way of Jonathan Cox, I believe.
Hey, there's Crazy Power who won't get a lap in. So BP is done. So what can Navy do? They look so close still on the map. IU Racing is tucked right behind Lucas's rear wing. Purple middle sector for Navy. As BP has retired. Oh, what a shame. He would have fancied this. So last driver will be IU Racing, but he's stuck behind Lucas. In fact, that would be Jonathan Cox or Co-Andy, one of those two. But
I think it's Jonathan Cox. Yeah, it's one of the Mercedes, I believe.
Well, then he must have made a mistake because he's dropped right off then. So he's... oh, it's going to be interesting. So here comes Navy now. It's a time. What's it going to be? On the intermediate tyres, and it's only 8th.
He stays. It's not too far away, but he's gonna plummet now, isn't he?
He's going to...
You feel?
Well...
You feel he's going to plummet down now to 10th at least.
Flying Soz.
He's going to be 10th.
Next man over the line, the Greek driver. He should go fastest. This is going to get fast and frenetic now. Flying Soz does. Next will be the McLaren of Sene. Can he get his first ever pole position, or will it be his teammate Slim, or an outsider as well? Sene does go fastest. It's a good time as well. What about Slimbo? Slimbo invalidates. He doesn't set a time. IU Racing goes second. Lucas in third. Flying Sauce fourth. Crazy Power won't do a time. Co-Andy is sixth, and Jonathan Cox, I couldn't see where he ended. And after all that, he's 8th. And we've got all the championship contenders 8th or below. That was not in the script. RC Sene, his first ever pole position in Elite League Racing. It's a Belgian 1-2. The highest positions for all 3 of these drivers. The top 3 have never won in Elite League. This is an incredible grid. Flying Sauce 4th, Crazy Power 5th, Andy 6th, BP 7th, Jonathan Cox 8th, Navy 9th, and Slim is 10th. All the championship contenders will start together from 10th down to 14th.
Key to this though, Dave, is obviously it was wet in Q2, so they've got a free choice of tyres. The top 10 can literally choose any tyre they want. Now, what would you do? If you were Slim, what would you do? Go long? Go short? Try and work your way through
If you go long, you're going to get safety cars. But then your pace is... the hard tyres is horrible round here. I would go mid... softs burn off quick, don't they? That's tough. I'd probably go middle of the road and go mediums. As it looks pretty overcast as well, doesn't it look? As Leclerc, of course, is joining, will be at the back in last. So we have got a full grid. And we've seen him come through from the back in the last race as well. Hopefully it's not a disaster like last week. We do not want...
Jonathan Cox is saying the AI blocked me, so I guess that's probably the BP car that retired on circuit.
Yes.
Maybe got in Jonathan
Yes, and of course we saw Jonathan Cox get stuck behind BP when he went off in turn 1. Slim. Wow. There's a look at the Drivers' Championship now. Jamie 1, Slim, you're Dan Murphy, all start at the back. I tell you what, I wrote off Lucas at the start of the stream. They're in 5th place. You never know. He could do this. He could win his first ever race. Let's get the position changes, shall we? First off.
There you go.
And
just interesting to point out there, Dave. Your and It's TG are starting on softs. Slim is on mediums. Navy's on hards. I mean, I've got it on my screen now.
Yeah.
And the Pulsar is on mediums. IU Racing is on hards. Medium hard, medium hard, hard, medium hard, medium hard. They're all expected to go long. So if there's a first lap incident,
this is unbelievable. RC
don't expect many people to be pitting then if there's a first lap incident. Because if they're on the hard tyres, why would you get rid of them that early?
Yeah, it would probably be status quo. RC Sene is bolted. First ever pole position for the Belgian driver. As you can see on your screens there, he's all the way down in 18th place. IU Racing is 20th in the championship. Lucas is 6th. He's in 3rd. Flying Soz, one in Baku. He's down the championship. He's down in 14th. Crazy Power, he's down there in 12th. This is unbelievable. Co-Andy, he's down in 13th. It's a complete topsy-turvy grid. BP in 7th, 9th in the championship. Jonathan Cox is 10th in the championship. Then Navy, who's 8th in the championship. Then you've got Slim, 2nd in the championship, 10th. Dan Murphy, 4th in the championship, 11th. 12th, Jamie 1, championship leader. and 13th. You're third in the championship. Whew, what? Watch out for them at the start. Then it's TG, Blaz in his usual position. Bettino also in his usual position, but he will come through, no doubt about it. Simo on the hard tyres as well after his first points last time out in Italy. Schumi, Garcia, Lennon and Leclerc bring up the rear as RC Sene lines up with Lucas, in fact. Everyone else is taking their time.
Yes, it's an unusual formation lap, I have to admit.
So,
RC Sene bolted, and I think he was going for the formation lap record, the way he went round there. It was incredible, and now everyone else is sort of forming back up on the grid.
Unusual grid, unusual formation lap. And what is the race going to bring? This is going to be fast and frenetic, folks. Championship leaders are all down in 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th. There's Leclerc, the 20th and last driver, lines up at the back of the grid. No point picking a winner. Qualifying usually means nothing. Anything can happen these next long 31 laps. Here we go, round 15 of the IRC Elite League Championship is go. It's a quick release as well. Which Belgian driver will lead into turn one? It's like RC Sene's got the jump. Here comes Lucas. Can he get into second place? Oh, they bang wheels.
Contact with RU Racing, and RU Racing's all over the place. He somehow saved it.
Wow.
Incredible save by RU Racing. And we got some ghosting at the back of the field.
And somehow
everyone seems to have got through.
Yeah. Now this is a big one. Turn 3. Oh, and I saw a Ferrari hit the back of a Williams. Where are the championship contenders? Slim's only up to 9. Jamie's lost a place.
There's a Toro Rosso spinning all the way down the back of the field. And that is a massive accident.
It's Dan Murphy. It's Dan Murphy. Oh, and again they're all bunching up. 3 abreast coming here. There's another crash. It's Schumi, Garcia. Somehow no safety cars, and they've been trigger happy with the safety cars of late, but a little bit messy at the back. Poor Schumi, Garcia. It's a long race, and RC Sene leads from Lucas, who leads from RU Racing. Crazy Power 4th. The front 4 have never won. The front 3 were first and third on the podium. Jonathan Cox up 2 places to 6th. Andy, BP is Hell Station Slim 9th, Navy 10th. Jamie there in 11th, championship leader out the points. Yours been threatened by Greek driver TG. Lennon's up 5. What a start.
I was just about to say, yeah, incredible start for Lennon. One of his demon starts again.
Oh, damn, man.
And the soft tyre runners, Yor and XTG, have not made the progress that we were expecting on this opening lap.
They certainly haven't. Now, is anyone going to pit? Have they all got through unscathed, despite a little bit of bumping and barging? I think they're pretty much all going on. As Slim passes BP for 8th place. He's only 3 points off championship leader Jamie Waters. Lennon picking up a penalty.
That's crucial for Slimbo.
Yeah, he needs
to obviously on the medium, so he's on the faster tyre, so he really needs to get past Andy as well.
Is that Jonathan Cox going for a move on Flying Sauce? It is down the inside. Flying Sauce on a harder tyre than Jonathan Cox, and Jonathan Cox gets through. This is what the different strategies bring us. So there's your tyres on your screen.
Right behind Andy now. Slim is right behind Andy, and don't expect him to be there for too much longer. He's on the quicker tyres.
Yeah, and also Flying Sauce ahead of him, also on the hard. So Slim will want to pass his next two drivers quickly. Jamie 1 is struggling getting past the hard runner tyres, as is Yor. Simo up there in 16th, ahead of the 2 Hasses together again as they were in Italy. No one out yet. Halfway through lap 2. Schumi, Garcia and Dan Murphy did pit, but the safety car could really help them out later on. As look at this train behind Co-Andy. The front 6 are just starting to get away. I'll tell you what, RC Sane has got a 1.5 second lead over Lucas, who's 2 seconds ahead of RU Racing, who's got crazy power now right behind him as well. And Jonathan Cox. RU Racing, of course, on a harder tyre. The different strategies are going to be... and Jamie Watt's bent it again! There he is in the tunnel. Oh my word, he's lost his front wing, and the championship leader for the second race running has hit trouble, and it's a virtual safety car. So Jamie may get a free pit stop out of all this.
VSC has has just compromised Jonathan Cox there, Dave. He was literally lining up Crazy Power into turn 1.
But look who it helps.
It
helps it's TG. He's got to bin his soft tyres off and get a free pit stop. Oh, a new front wing. Okay.
He's changing the front wing. Yeah, he's changing his front wing.
Still a virtual, so nothing much being lost here. Lennon decides to pit Simo as well. So still a free pit stop, pretty much. You're not going to lose out too much.
It is and it isn't. It doesn't help the guys at the back though. Schumi and Dan Murphy. They would be hoping for a proper safety car to neutralise this race.
Absolute DRS enabled. We're going again. Crazy pass lost out to the back of IU Racing. IU Racing. Are we going to get a new winner? Are we going to get it? Top 4 have never won. Top 5, in fact, have won an elite.
Top 5, I was going to say, Jonathan Cox has never won an elite.
Andy there in 7th. Slim right behind.
You have to say that IU Racing, Dave. IU Racing is now holding up Crazy Power and Jonathan Cox on their medium tyres. Andy, that's. Oh, he's run wide. Oh. BP's alongside him.
And yet Slim's got through. Crucial for Slim. Can BP get around the outside? There's Navy as well, trying to get through. Now BP's on the hard tyres as well, and as is Navy. So they're all on the same strategy. Yours now catching them.
As is Co-Andy as well. Jonathan Cox, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Already, penalty's going to be constant.
Getting a bit frustrated.
Got to keep your head.
Yes.
Got to keep your head.
You have, yeah. You don't get frustrated, stuck behind these guys. It's a long race. It's going to be a long, old evening.
Now, Crazy Power may have run on IU Racing. He's got to get through. IU Racing needs hard to take forever to get warmed up. Well, Crazy Power, he hasn't got it here. He'll wait for the main Boulevard straight. Jonathan Cox in his best position for a long, long time as well. But Slim is catching him up on the medium tyres as well. He's now right behind Flying Soz. There is your race leaders. There's RC Sane, there's Lucas, and there is IU Racing. Now Crazy Power has a great run this time. The straight line speed of IU Racing is keeping him ahead, even without DRS.
Yeah, it's an incredible turn of speed on that racing point. He is really eking out that gap to Crazy Power down the straight. Probably turning up his ERS as well.
Yeah, full whack, no doubt. Andy's dropped right back 3 seconds behind Slim now and has a queue of BP, Navy and Yor stuck behind him. Blaz did a good job there in 12th place. Leclerc's coming through as well, slowly but surely, the hard tyres. Yellow flag, Frankson has binned it! That could be a safety car as well.
Yeah, that's in a dangerous position.
Virtual.
We've got a VSC. We've got a VSC here then.
Now, where are the leaders? I can't believe there's no safety car. It's been trigger happy. So Soz is out. I tell you what, the boys at the back, Jamie, Dan Murphy, Garcia, we're praying for this safety car. That looks in a dangerous position, Fissy.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I can't believe that they haven't called a safety car for that. It looks, it's right on the racing line, to be honest. But it's back racing again already. So it was only a quick one. And
I tell you who that helps. That helps Slim out massively. He is up to 6th. Flying Soz is out his way, and now he's got a free run to catch the guys ahead of him who are still stuck behind RU Racing. And in fact, Jonathan Cox may have a move of Crazy Power.
Yeah.
He's down the inside.
Jonathan Cox up the inside.
Oh, has he got it stopped? Has he done it? I think he has. He may have taken a warning for the corner cut. He has got a penalty already, but Jonathan Cox into 4th place now. Can he dispose of RU Racing? The leaders are checking out in front. So Flying Soz is out. His season since Baku has just gone from bad to worse. Crazy Power right behind Jonathan Cox. He'll be frustrated, the Italian driver. He missed his chance to get past RU Racing, and now Jonathan Cox will have the next go. Lennon's out.
And Lennon's gone.
We will try and see whether there is no safety car still. He's binned it in. I think he's gone in the pits actually and retired. So yeah, he's in the pits and retired. So both Alphas, yet again, have pretty much retired together, and we're down to 18. IU Racing, I tell you what, just seems to be pace maintaining now, Fissy.
He does, yeah. I think he got a fantastic restart after the second VSC, and that pulled him away from Crazy Power. And then obviously Crazy Power had his mirrors full of Jonathan Cox, but IU Racing, he had the pace to match Crazy Power, but I think Jonathan Cox is a lot quicker than him at the moment, and as you can see, Jonathan Cox is really homing in on the back of that racing point.
Yeah, Are You Racing penalty. Now, penalties cost Are You Racing his first ever podium last time out, and it could be happening again here. Oh, Jonathan Cox running really wide. That cost him down to start finish straight. Lucas 2.6 Arce Sene leads this race. I cannot believe this top 5 we have at the moment. Long way to go. Now Jonathan Cox may get the best chance here. Slim like to get Crazy Power.
The bloke in 6th is right behind Crazy Power, and his Slimbo is there.
Oh, we're back. We could see a double overtake here. We could see a double overtake. Jonathan Cox, no, but here goes Slim. Down the inside. Sorry, I cut away there shortly, but down the inside, and he's done it. And Slim is a man on a mission. And
wow, is he though? Does he need to? As silly as it sounds, Jamie 1 is 60.
True.
Yours 10th. Slim doesn't need to be a man on a mission. He can just race at his own pace here. I don't think he needs to push it too hard.
Even if he finished 5th, with Jamie out the points, Dan Murphy out the points, yours only 10th, he's in a beautiful position right now. Look, he doesn't need to do anything stupid, that's for sure. He needs to pick his fights.
He does, yeah. That's the point I was making. He literally can just drive his own race at his pace. If he's quicker than the cars in front, he doesn't need to look for an opportunistic move. You know, he can just build it up. He's in a very good position at the moment, is Slimbo.
So driver, I'm just watching getting frustrated as well, is TTG Navy. He should have been on pole position. He made a massive error in Q3 going out intermediates when the track had dried up and missed out on the dry tyres, and he is stuck behind his Dutch counterpart BP in 8th and 9th, and Navy has not finished a race in a long time. He's been stuck on 66 points for eternity, and he's so far not having the race that he imagined. But Jonathan Cox now right behind the back of IE Racing. He knows that Slim is coming quickly behind him. This may be his last chance to pass IU Racing, but we know he has got a slippery car in the straights. Is he close enough?
Yeah, I mean, IU Racing's turned it up to 4 and 5 as ERS. As soon as he came off that apex, he turned his engine right up, and it's worked again.
He's playing.
But they are actually. Are they closing in on Lucas?
I was just going to say, mate, Lucas made a mistake. He's dropped to 4 seconds behind RC Sene, and they are quickly catching him. Are the hard tyres, as Leclerc's past Blaz, are the mediums just starting to drop, and are the hard tyres coming into their own now? Watch out for Andy and Crazy Power. That may be a bit of a teller there as well, because yours dropped right back from the hard runners. His softs must be crying now.
Well, I was just about to say, yours not made the progress I was expecting, if I'm being honest.
No, it really hasn't. Really hasn't.
I mean, especially in the fast. Assuming Garcia's out.
Oh, what a shame.
I think he's retired in the pit lane. I think he's obviously having a few issues, and it's not worked out for him on his return. Another VSC.
Maybe he's hit the pit wall then. So 3 VSCs.
Yeah, 3 VSCs. Yeah.
No full safety cars. IU Racing's now in 2.4 seconds of Lucas, who has just lost track of RC Sene. RC Sene, you've got to say, Pissy, has sort of been showing flashes off this pace in the last few races. He got very close in Hungary, nearly got that podium. He looked quick in Belgium, looked quick in Italy, but he could be on for this.
I think he's in the prime position now. I mean, you know, the race has sort of settled down at the front. You know, there's obviously a few battles going on, but I think he's gapped it to such an extent that he's in a position now where he should really, from here, kick on and win. I know it's commentator's curse, as your pits, by the way. He's getting rid of his soft tyres as your.
In the process, he cut the corner and got a 5-second penalty.
Oh dear.
So that's really not helped him. Jonathan Cox has just missed out on the DRS on IU Racing. That's a sigh of relief for the Belgian driver, who's now only 2.2 behind Lucas. And Andy is starting to catch Crazy Power. York comes out in 14th place. Oh, he drew a full safety car at some point. He must be.
Well, the way they were throwing him out last week between Elite and Super, you sort of put your money on there being a safety car in this race, but so far it's all been done under VSC. So obviously the efficient Singapore marshals are getting the job done.
They certainly are. Jacob says in the comments, Jonathan Cox for the win. Come on, Merck. Hope you'll see Jacob back racing soon. And Bill and Matt says, come on, Jonathan. Jonathan Cox has got supporters out there. He needs, if he wants to win this race, he sort of needs to get this move done as he makes a little bit of a mistake behind IU Racing. Slim's dropped back a bit there, Fissy. 1.5 now out the DRS.
Yeah, I think it's probably the restart. I saw that I was watching RC and just, he sort of, I guess he was obviously to a delta under the VSC, and he braked really heavily just as it went green, so he probably lost a second. So I imagine Slimbo was probably in the same sort of boat. So yeah, he's cost him a little bit, but he'll gain it. He'll gain it back.
And while Jonathan Cox picks
Ooh, and Jonathan Cox, that's 6 seconds now, Dave. That's crucial.
And it just helps Slim. Slim, as we were saying before, doesn't really need to push. He hasn't got a penalty yet. BP penalty as well. The penalty started to kick in, but Slim hasn't got any penalties yet. There's Lucas. They're now within 1.9, and yet again, IU Racing turns everything up and manages to hold station ahead of Jonathan Cox right now. In the meantime, RC Sene is now nearly 4.5 seconds ahead of Lucas. And Lucas may have his mirrors full of IU Racing. I tell you what, don't write out IU Racing yet. He's on the harder tyres. He will stop later. And the problem is for these medium runners, will they come out into traffic when they stop? Because it's not easy to pass around here.
It's not easy to pass, but if you look at the gap between Vatino and XTG, I guess if you're the medium runners, if you've got the map on your screen, you'd be aiming to get out in that gap there. If you get out, in 12th, that's the gap there. Because
otherwise you're in trouble.
Big enough gap. Yeah, otherwise you're in trouble. Yeah, so.
Jamie Wan, 16th champion leader, could be on the verge of not scoring for the second race in a row. Yor is in a similar perilous position, and Dan Murphy, who got a podium in Italy, is 17th. Slim is in the prime position to take the lead, and after Spain, after round 4 in Baku, he only had 1 point to his name. What a comeback. IU Racing just seems to be comfortable now with Jonathan Cox behind him. Crazy pass back right off, and yeah, indeed, Andy and BP and Navy and Leclerc clinging himself onto that battle are all catching this medium battle now.
Shout out to Leclerc, he's getting 10 places, Dave.
Yeah, again.
He's on the start, and I imagine he's probably running a standard setup, is he not?
Yes, he will be. Standard setup for Leclerc, the Red Bulls 9th and 10th. Yeah. Leclerc led the race after starting last in Italy, and yet again he's playing on a master show. Damage, contact cost him towards the end in Italy, but he is on for another terrific result.
TG Navy's right up behind BP right now.
1/10. There's got to be a move somewhere. Two Dutch drivers here.
Yor has passed XTG already, so he's gained that 2 seconds back that he lost coming out the pit lane. So Yor's flying at the moment.
And Jamie Wan has been stuck behind Simo for the last 7 laps now, tucked up in his rear wing, and just cannot get the job done. As IU Racing is now in the second of Lucas' DRS zone. And Lucas wants to be careful here because Jonathan Cox and Slim have gone with IU Racing. Crazy path being dropped.
Well, Slimbo made a little mistake there, Dave. Sorry to interrupt you.
Was that his rear
Slimbo made a little mistake on the exit. Yeah, it was. Yeah, his rear stepped out and he was all over the shop, so he's probably lost 6 tenths.
Yeah, Lucas as well. Still with the medium tyres. So when are the medium shod tyres going to pit? The undercut is big round here. In fact, Jonathan Cox decided to take the turn, so here he comes. Jonathan Cox coming into the pit, importantly and crucially, and Slim as well.
So slim. Slim has followed him in, so that is crucial.
Where will they come out then? Hard tyres on, if no safety cars. They're holding Jonathan. Oh, my screen was a bit laggy there. They were holding Jonathan Cox, but I think it's all okay. Slim out behind.
Blaz. It's as well.
That's good news for these two. Now there's one. That was Bettino, but that's the gap we're talking about.
Come out. That's the gap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The gap there is perfect for these guys because Jonathan Cox and Slimbo now have got some clear air. I know Bettino's a couple of seconds up the road, but they've got enough clear air now to gain the time over the guys in front of them, put themselves in net second and third.
And somewhere, Jamie Wan's now passed Simo and Blaz, and somewhere Andy has made a mistake because he's got the 2 Dutch guys and Leclerc right under his rear wing now. So, and there's still Andy penalty as well. He's under a bit of pressure. These mediums are dropping off, and surely Sene, Lucas, and Crazy Power, all the medium runners will now have to pit. And then we'll see them. And then we'll see surely them on their fresh hards catch the guys up on their old hards. This is interesting strategies right here now. Lucas has got IU Racing right behind him. I tell you what, Jonathan Cox is rapidly catching Bettino. The undercut could be played to perfection here. But can they jump?
I mean, how?
Lucas.
I was just about to say, are you racing on the hards? I mean, would he consider going hard soft? Is that possible?
It's an option. These hards will go. As Lucas has gone on. Crazy Power does pit. And he is definitely one of those mediums. He was really struggling. And I think he's definitely lost out to the likes of Slim.
I think he has.
Fresh set of
I mean, we'll see. I can't imagine he's... Are you racing is coming up the inside of Lucas. They're side by side still, a little bit of wheel banging. They're still side by side. And Lucas has got him back. Oh, what a move.
Brilliant stuff from the Greek and the Belgian driver. Lucas defending for everything. It's all playing into the hands of RC Sene, and it'll all be playing into the hands of Jonathan Cox and Slim, who've got a beautiful bit of clear track and yellow flags, and that's a safety car. That's Andy. Well, now that changes the.
And Co-Andy has binned it on the exit. He's obviously lit up his tyres and binned it. Is that the PK area? No,
just passed him on track. Yeah,
no.
Definitely lit up his rear tyres though. That's an unusual. And safety car means Sene, Lucas get a free pit stop. But what does RU Racing do? What does BP do? And it hasn't worked for Slim, has it? Slim and Jonathan Cox will catch the pack, but they'll still be behind the other hard shot tyres who are not due to stop yet.
And obviously they've got to run to the Delta.
Yeah, so it's a free stop for these guys ahead. Lucas, I tell you what, that is
Sene comes in, RC Sene comes in.
So Sene pits.
So's Lucas.
Now, what's RU Racing do? RU Racing does pit.
He's coming in.
The mediums won't go to the end. Well, they'll struggle, they'll drop off.
Unless he puts another set of hards on and banks on a later safety car and changes to softs.
They're about to find out. It looks like mediums.
It's mediums.
So he
does look
needs
like
another
mediums.
safety car. It's a wise decision now. BP, BP pits as well. Nate, they're all pitting in fact.
Yeah, Bettino pits as well. He's just coming in now.
Medium, so they need another
Jonathan
safety
Cox
car.
carries on.
So Cox, well, of course they stopped a lap ago. Now when Jonathan Cox re-emerge, this massively helps him out. And Slim. So Slim takes over fifth.
No, it's status quo, David. It's status quo at the moment.
Pretty much, isn't it? BP's benefited massively. 6th place and Navy. So BP and Navy gain a whole host of Crazy Powers lost out.
Jamie 1's up to 11th because yours pitted again. That's unusual.
And Jamie 1 and Bettino are so close. Can you do that? I think Jamie 1 may have illegally passed him and has.
Yeah, I think he did. And yeah.
Bettino's doing it again, Fisty, the fan favourite, the underdog.
Oh, we got a Haas stuck in the pit lane, Dave.
Oh, it's
Timo is stuck in the pit lane. Yeah, he has been stitched up, and I feel that. Oh no!
This is the horrible end of Codemasters. Oh, now he's off.
There it is.
Phew.
Yeah.
Phew. He's at the back. 16. We've only lost 4 drivers.
He's at the back. I think he's only lost a place, I believe,
yeah,
to his race.
Dan Murphy, thankfully.
Yeah. And he'll be able to catch up to the back of the queue, won't he? So.
Wow. Okay, that was a relief.
That could have been disastrous for him. But Dan Murphy, there's that safety car he would have won if he pitted for mediums.
And Jamie 1 didn't.
17 laps, mediums.
It's going to be pushing it. We saw how the mediums dropped off after 10 laps for the guys at the start. Lighter fuel loads, yes, and a more grippier track. But they need another safety car to be sure. As TG and Navy exchanging places. Jamie 1, interestingly, did not stop. 11th place. There's a championship on your right hand side.
Yeah, I think that's a good call by Jamie 1. He's on the hard tyres. He's going to get another 10-15 laps out of them. So why not go to their limit, stick a set of softs on at the end, and you know, if he gets another safety car as well.
And at the moment, he's got Baz as a rear gunner, which may help him out no end, because Yaw and XTG and Dan Murphy are all behind on fresher and softer rubber.
Well, looking at it, unless Jamie won, this is a, you know, big call. Unless he's already stopped, he's gone from mediums to hards. Is he going to try and play a no other stop?
That would be stretching it with 11 laps already on. And the tyres do drop away quickly. There's the Constructors' Championship.
Three laps beyond safety car though, and then maybe another 3 or 6 laps later on in the race.
And there's a long way. We're not even halfway yet. We're just about to go halfway now. 3 virtuals, 1 full safety car. McLaren lead by 27 points from Williams. And Williams are not set to score points at the moment. Ferrari and Lucas. What a chance. What a chance for Lucas's first win. Although IU Racing, it's now roles reversed. IU Racing would now be right behind the front two with his fresher mediums. Toro Rosso 4th, BP is currently 6th, Renault a 5th, Crazy Power 8th, Yaw 13th. It could be a great day for Mercedes, Red Bull, Haas, Tino's 10th, doing it again, keeping out of trouble. Haven't seen his name pop up for a penalty either. Alfa Romeo in 9th, and as ever, both cars have found the wall. And Racing Point last, 42 points. Can IU Racing change the luck there?
He's in the prime position to do so. You'd have to say he's now on the mediums, but my concern if I was IU Racing and if I was in the Racing Point team would be, will he be able to get them to the end?
Yeah, they need on the safety car to be sure, don't they?
They do, yeah. I think that he's no doubt going to be quicker at this point of the Grand Prix, and he might potentially take the lead. But yeah, for me it'd be a concern because absolutely. I can't see them doing 17 laps, 18 laps when they struggle to do 10 from the beginning of the race.
This is going to be a reset, isn't it? Second half of the race. Can RC Sene or Lucas or IU Racing or Jonathan Cox win their first ever Elite League races? It'll be a first podium for IU Racing and RC Sene if they could finish on the podium. RC Sean back to hopefully no troubles like we saw last week. He will surely now get on the accelerator. He's leaving it late. Now he goes in the middle of the apex. Has he got the restart down to a T? Oh, it's IU Racing.
IU Racing is wide.
I thought he'd gone. Slim's past Jonathan Cox. They're still side by side. Cox back down the inside. They don't want contact here. Jonathan Cox will commit to this. There's no contact. They're still side by side. And Slim's made the move stick. Brilliant. Yours already past Blaz, so James lost his rear gunner. Now, oh, look at this. RC Sean, Lucas, IU Racing, Slimbo's in there. IU Racing may have a look at Jonathan as Lucas here. Lucas going for the lead of the race. He's done it.
He's through.
Wow! Lucas leads! Is this finally the race that he does it? He hasn't got a penalty yet either. RU Racing has, Slim hasn't, Sene hasn't. Yellow flag.
We got another yellow flag.
TG's in the wall.
TG has lost it.
No shock there. Yellow flag still as he's struggling to get away. Now he gets away. Lucas leads, Sene wants it back, and RU Racing may have run his Belgian counterpart. Slim will just be keeping a watching brief on this. IU Racing down the inside. The Belgian drivers are side by side. Does he get the move done? He does. It's a lovely clean move. Leclerc, position changes galore as Leclerc and Crazy Power side by side. Leclerc past Crazy Power. Your penalty. Everybody nose to tail throughout the field. Dan Murphy has passed Blaz as well. He's getting on with it. Lucas leads, but IU Racing behind the medium tyres. But as Bissy has already said, will these mediums get to the end? Yes, they're quick now. But the big question mark over the reliability and the wear.
He's all over the back of him. Surely.
Oh, is that Slim? Oh, it's Sene. It's Sene's off. He lost it on his own. Oh, I don't believe it. RC Sene lit up the rear tyres. He's got front wing damage. Oh, I don't believe it. And his chance of a first ever win has gone begging. And Slim's on the podium. This is it.
Oh, Lucas goes defensive. Ultra defensive, and Are You Racing again? They're side by side, a little bit of contact. And he's got through. The switchback has worked, and Are You Racing takes the lead of this Grand Prix.
Brilliant from Are You Racing. He led his first ever race last week in Italy. But he has got penalties. But now Slim right behind Lucas. Lucas will be just wishing these people would go away. Hey, there's BP in 4th place. What a chance he's got. Where's he come from? Jonathan Cox on the hard tyres as well. These medium runners will be quick now, but how far will they get? I tell you what, the 2 Red Bulls are side by side as well. Nose to tail. Jamie's past Yaw. And Yaw got off. Look at the championship contenders. You're trying to pass Dan Murphy down the inside, and through goes Yaw and Dan Murphy. But these boys do not want to be involved in this. Jamie Warren's got a traffic jam. And if he's going to the end, he's going to have...
Jonathan Cox has got a traffic jam as well. Sorry to interrupt you, Dave.
He's quite right,
He's got both Red Bulls. Yeah.
It's all the hard tyres,
In fact,
isn't
to
it?
be fair, Lucas has got a traffic jam. So basically, it's a role reversal from the first 10 laps.
And now all
The guys that started on the mediums, it's a role reversal, and we're seeing Are You Racing really pull away on the mediums.
Sorry, cutting Leclerc on the inside of his teammate, Navy. Just avoided contact. The Greek driver has to settle behind his teammate. But you're quite right. It's a Cox made a mistake.
I don't think they avoided contact. Because when I cut to it, I saw one of the arms in the air. Navy's arm in the air gesticulating. But he's obviously had contact.
And now Navy. Down the inside, Jonathan Cox. The hard tyres at the moment will be slower, but they will come back in. I'll tell you what, Leclerc will be annoyed. Yellow flags. It's TG is definitely out. Safety car.
Is that a VSC? It's a full safety car,
wow.
is it? Wow.
Wow, okay, now the medium runners are helped. And
what do you do now, though?
Well, if you're on hards, you come back in for mediums, because mediums will now go to the end. If you're someone like
Jamie
Crazy
One,
Power or
if you're Jamie One,
yeah.
Jamie One, you pit for mediums.
This completely now for the guys at the back. Jamie One, it's a bit of a lifesaver for him, but still. Yours only 10th, Jamie 11th, Dan Murphy 12th. But Are You Racing will be delighted to see the safety car. As with BP and Navy. Lucas hasn't got a penalty, so Lucas would, as it stands, lead this race outright. Slim, what a performance by Slim.
I don't think Are You Racing will pit. But I'd be tempted to and put another set of hards on and go to the end. He had the pace on the hards.
The thing is, track position.
And he is pitting.
Oh, he's pitting.
He's pitting.
Wow. He is pitting. Track position, we've said it before, is everything round here.
He's going to come out last. He's
will
going to come out the
again?
back. And we've got Jonathan Cox pitting. Jonathan Cox is pitting, which is unusual because he's on hards.
He's on hards, so he's going mediums for definite. It's mediums again for Are You Racing. So Are You Racing and Jonathan Cox are both going medium tyres. I'll tell you who's up to 5th place. Look at Leclerc. Up to 5th. He's up 15. Slim's up 8.
Leclerc's obviously been watching Steve's video from the Super League last week.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But
Are You Racing is now 14th.
Wow.
And Jonathan Cox is 15th.
What a gamble.
Are You Racing has come out again behind his Belgian counterpart.
RC Sene, of course. Wow, how the roles have reversed.
So Team Belgium from going 1 and 2 are now 13th and 14th. Different teams, of course, but obviously they run their own little esports channel. The two Belgian drivers. So.
Interesting. So Lucas then. Lucas from Slim. Is this the time, Lucas? He's been the nearly man, like the Nick Heidfeld of Formula One. So close, but so far to getting that first win. Always the bridesmaid. BP on the podium again. He crossed the line in 3rd in Italy. He was bumped to 4th after Dan Murphy was promoted to 3rd. BP, can he came close last year to winning. He finished 2nd behind Vanquish. However, I think BP does have penalties.
Dave, the more this safety car goes on, the more I think Jamie One isn't going to pit again.
Yeah, interesting choice. Well, Jamie is 9th. We say track position is a lot round here. Jamie One is damage limitation for Jamie 1, isn't it? And for and for Dan Murphy. We're still in second place.
It is, it's damage limitation until his tyres go off if he stays out.
Which they're going to, surely. Surely they're going to.
Well, yeah, you'd imagine that he'd take this opportunity and pit for a fresh set of mediums. Go to the back, reset, and have that pace to get through the field.
Safety car could be in this lap. No, it's not. Sorry, it's next lap. So, this the lead in there. See, the
Really
race,
pit.
the race started in a nice fashion, didn't it? And then all of a sudden, it's just got a bit scrappy. What's going on down the order? A lot of position changes going on. Brason's jumped to 11th.
RC Sene's in again.
And
so's Are You Racing.
Have they had contact? Now, RC Sene's got nothing to lose. He'll put the mediums on. In fact, they have. Both have had contact. So we saw...
Yeah, they have.
Front wings being changed. Are You Racing must be running out of medium tyres? Oh my word, and in fact that's going to be mighty, mighty close. Are You Racing has jumped RC Sane. Wow. Just how it has gone wrong for them in the last few laps. Helps Jonathan Cox out. He's at the 13th.
Yeah, crucially, he's on the youngest tyres. Are You Racing's tyres, Dave? I don't know if you've got the graphic on your screen, 5 laps old. So you said he's running out of mediums, and he was.
Wow, what rotten luck. I don't know any swear words in Belgium, but I can imagine a few have been said right now. Yeah, there it is, 5 laps. It's the tyres. He's just done his stint in before he pitted 3 laps ago. And then Sene picks up a penalty to make things worse. Oh my word. So, Lucas.
That's a reprieve for Simo. Simo got held up in the pits under the first safety car, managed to catch up, and he's now 12, so yeah, not too bad.
Oh, BP 5 seconds. That's one of those stupid Codemaster ones, I think. On the behind,
where you put a couple of wheels over the line.
And it throws 5 seconds at you. Safety car in this lap. I'll tell you what, watch out for Navy and Leclerc. I feel those two are going to be very quick as well. Vittino there in 7th. Vissy, there he is.
Slimbo 2nd. Vittino, he's the boy, isn't he? In his black and gold car with Senna's helmet.
Just gets it. He just keeps out of trouble, doesn't he? Now, this time, Lucas will lead him round. Now, how hard will Slim push this? That's the question. Whoa! He hit Lucas! 5-second penalty for Slim. Well, that's a game changer.
He's got no damage. Will he appeal that? Do you reckon he'll appeal that? Do you reckon he's got bad?
Again, one of those stupid ones. We'll find out. Here we go.
Lucas is gone.
Lucas has got the restart absolute to perfection. Or has he? No, he messed up the last corner.
I don't think he has.
Slim, in fact, could have a run. He went off too quickly. Lucas defends the inside. Slim trying to hassle him round turn 2. Vittino picks up a penalty with commentator Kirsten. BB's in with a shout here as well. So is Navy and so is Leclerc. Crazy power back on Slim. Oh, Leclerc's gone! Oh, what a save. That's save of the season right there. However, he's lost a place.
I hope he knows that he's got crazy power alongside him, though.
That could get interesting, and in fact, he's got back around the outside. Crazy Power couldn't make the move stick. What a save from Leclerc that was. Full-on tank slapper as Simo picks up a penalty. And in fact, Simo's down to 15th. He's lost places.
Yeah, he's had a terrible restart.
I wonder if that was him just maybe keeping out the way. Showed some fantastic pace in Italy. A little bit off the ball today. But Lucas leads from half a second. BP, what a chance. I'll tell you what, he's closer to Slim than Slim is to Lucas.
Well, you'd have to say that the medium shod cars in 3rd, 4th and 5th have got an excellent chance of monopolising this podium right now. Because they'll have the quicker tyres, it's just whether or not they can make them last. And that's the crucial thing here.
And their time is now. If they're going to make these places up, if they want their best chances, the time is now. BP needs to get past these two. So does Navy. Leclerc looks like he's got a ton of speed. He's caught right back up to the back of Navy already. Vittino is right behind Crazy Power. When DRS activates, we could see a flurry of action. Dan Murphy right behind Jamie 1. BP running wide. He's desperate to get through.
Oh, they're side by side. The Red Bull. Sorry, Dave. Leclerc is alongside Navy and he's through.
And tell you what,
he's done it before they get to turn 1.
I think that Navy lifted then. I think Navy knows as Jonathan. Oh, who's going backwards? All sorts going on here.
That's a big cube. 4 abreast.
This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Are you racing? Desperate to get through.
There's a Williams.
How are they not touched? Oh, I have. Yeah, Blaz in the wall. The Belgian drivers are barging their way through. No damage to any of them. And Jonathan Cox trying to get past Blaz. Blaz has got damage. Yeah, Blaz has got damage, in fact. BP's past Slim. Benito Perez has got past Slim. And he's right behind the back. Slim could be in trouble here because Leclerc won't mess around either.
Yellow flag.
Blaz is gone.
It's Blaz. Blaz is out.
I'm waiting for the safety car. You can just see it happening. No, I think we're okay. Oh, Slim made a mistake. Big mistake.
Slim's made a mistake. He's gone straight on.
Oh, wow. Wow. What a crazy race. It's Lucas from BP, from Leclerc, from Navy, from Slim, from Crazy Power.
Is that the first sign of pressure getting to Slim? Is that the first sign of the championship pressure getting to Slimbo?
It's a bizarre mistake, wasn't it? It just completely in an unusual corner. Now BP is right behind Lucas. Can BP lead this race?
And Navy's pitting. Navy's pitting. Sorry, Dave. Sorry to interrupt, mate.
He had mediums on as well. Well, that
unless
helps Slim out.
He's got any damage. RC Sean alongside Dan Murphy into turn 1.
And he's through. RC Sean is flying. Absolutely flying.
Sorry, I keep saying Sean. Sorry,
Sene, yeah, sorry, Sean. Sene. Now, will BP have a go at Lucas? Lucas has no penalties. I tell you what, Leclerc's right behind BP. Forget that. It's still tough to overtake the DRS, isn't it? Now, what about behind? Bettino's in 6th, right behind Crazy Power.
Oh, I see Sene round the outside of Jamie. Wow, what a move.
Wow. Jamie on 19 lap old hard tyres. Oh, a little tap from Belgium.
They're gone. They're gone. His tyres have got to have gone. They've got to have gone.
I'll tell you what, the Super League drivers are watching. This is a massive lesson for tomorrow. The one stop could be tricky, the medium hards, even with safety cars. BP, I tell you what, Leclerc, who has come from last again for the 2nd race running, dead last to the front, and I've not seen his name pop up for too many penalties. Slim's dropped right off.
Jamie's gone defensive, and IRC Racing's gone round the outside of Jamie 1.
The Belgian,
and he's done it. Jamie 1 down to 10th.
The Belgian drivers are carving their way through in places you just would not expect overtakes. The championship leader is in serious trouble. Lucas, BP and Leclerc need to get this done, I think, the next couple of laps before those mediums start going off and the hards come into their own, and BP's lost traction.
Leclerc's going to be all over.
He may even have a go here.
He's got to. Oh, that's a late lunge.
That was late. It's cost him time. Navy penalty.
Navy.
Oh my word. It seems to be at the same stage every single race at Navy's race. Just completely goes on him.
Ooh, and RC Sene up the inside of Yor. Thinks better of it, but they're all going to have... Oh, Vittino's got DRS as well, so this is crucial. Oh, they're side by side, bit of contact. And he's through, he's gone down the outside again of Yor.
And now up to 7th and right behind Vittino. IRC Racing going with him. Jamie has a queue behind him. Dan Murphy will be desperate to get through. Lucas is 8 laps away from his first ever victory, but BP and Leclerc have never won either. However, they do have penalties, and Leclerc nearly loses it right behind BP. Literally pushing him along. You feel Leclerc is the quicker out of his trio, and Crazy Power's re-caught Slim. Oh, Slim got damage. Slim is horribly struggling.
RC Sene up the inside of Vittino.
There he goes.
Jumping being Sene, he's through. He's up to 6th. What a recovery.
What a drive. What a drive from RC Sene. Don't write him off a podium yet. Vittino, Yor's desperate to get through. You're climbing the field as well. BP 2 attempts. Oh, look at the front 3. And Slim's coming back at him. Lucas trying to defend. He knows if he can get through this period of the race, he'll be okay. Leclerc just feigning a move, trying to set a dummy on BP. This is deja vu for BP. This is how it was last season. Behind a Ferrari, funnily enough, behind Vanquish. And this time it's behind Lucas in the Ferrari. Lucas gets an amazing drive, doesn't he, onto the straight.
He does, yeah. It's incredible, but... Ooh, the Red Bull and the Toro Rosso, he's through! It's a late lunge, and Leclerc is up to second. Fantastic move.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, there's a Haas off in the background. It's Fatino. Thank God ghosting is on.
Fatino facing the wrong way. And
right. Now Lucas is in trouble because this Greek driver, he is not scared to put an overtake on. Leclerc, has he got penalties? I don't think his name's popped up. Yellow flags again. Fatino's gone again and is out. And if that's
Fatino's out.
That could be real trouble because he's crashed in the middle of a straight. And I'll tell you what, they're coming towards the end of the track as well. And virtual safety was thrown. You could see some more pit stops. However, and that's Fatino's first retirement since joining way back when. Oh, and Simo's off the road as well. Or is that just Fatino's car?
No, that's Fatino's car, Dave. Yeah, I think it's Fatino's car.
Look at Slim. Slim's back in. Lucas
I think Slim was just regrouping. Slim was just regrouping after his little mistake. Yeah, I think after his little mistake, he was just sort of gaining his composure back, and he's now back with a chance of winning this race. Because Leclerc weaving down the straight, trying to put him off.
RC Sean's done it again. Through what crazy power, he's fifth. An absolutely incredible drive. There's still laps for him to catch his pack up.
I think we're going to have a battle for the win and a battle for third here, Dave. They're going to be two moves. Leclerc, ooh, he gets squeezed, but he's still through. Leclerc leads. Or does he?
Well, Lucas is committed. BP
or does he?
Leclerc down the inside, don't make contact. Leclerc does lead. Yours past Are You Racing? Or trying to pass Are You Racing, putting a move on yours, sorry. So Are You Racing, he's got penalties. I'm not sure about RC Sene. BP, I think the medium's starting to go. Look at the marbles off the racing line as well. That's not helping. So, I'm not sure about penalties for Leclerc. How long will those mediums hold on for? Will Lucas come back into it? Slim definitely has no penalties. Can he win again with Jamie Won?
I think Slim has got a penalty, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
Oh, 5 seconds, of course.
Slim has got one.
This again could be fun. And look who's catching. RC Sene is there. He's fifth and he's within half a second. And Crazy Power's going with him. He's on the hard tyres, so his tyres may come back into it. Who's going to win this race?
The crucial thing is, RC Sene's tyres, 6 laps. Look at everyone else that's around him. 13, double. 11, 14, yeah. 12. He's got half the, he's going to have double the tyre life. So no wonder he's quicker. And if I was Slim, I'd let him go.
Yeah, I think it could be on. Slim does not need... Now, we talk about picking his fights later on in the race. This is one he does not need to do. As yours off,
yours falling down.
Front wing damage for the Greek driver, and possibly his championship is slowly going by the wayside. Jamie Won is still 8th.
He's just gained a position because of yaw.
Unbelievable, the Dutch driver holding on. Oh, and Sene getting impatient now. He can see second place. Leclerc's, well, as it stands...
You can see the leader. Sene's in a position to win. I don't know what he's taken today, but he is absolutely flying around this circuit.
I tell you what, I thought it was game over when he pitted. Oh, got so close to the back. He's got such brilliant helicopter view. Just shows you the extra grip he has.
Ooh, that is tight though, isn't it? Oh, wow.
Oh, and a wiggle at the front, costing the traction. Slim may have a go at BP here. BP defending for this podium, of course.
If he is, BP's... Oh, Sene with the lunge!
Oh, wow. How did he get that stopped? Leclerc has checked out for now. How long will his tyres go? Has he got penalties as well?
Slimbo, let your teammate go. you're on different strategies, guys. You know what I mean? Look at him. He's pushing him round the corner.
This is hurting
Jumping
Sene.
being Sene is pushing Slimbo round this course.
Surely now. Oh,
Oh, he's
Did he hit the
going!
wall? Did he hit the wall?
No, he didn't. He just had a massive sideways. Oh, that was incredible car control by Sene.
Well, he's a professional go-karter, and he's certainly showing it around here with some incredible saves. Leclerc leads by 2.5 seconds from Lucas. Is another one that could get away from Lucas. However, he'll be grateful that BP has a bit of a traffic jam now. This is Slim and Sene. Oh my God, the McLaren sandwich. Sene around the outside of Slim. He's got Slim. Will he get BP? He has! Oh my word!
What a
I have
move!
never seen anything like it.
Oh,
BP's
he's going
gone
back. I guess it was an illegal overtake
Yeah.
because they were both off the circuit. But he's going to go again. He's going again. Oh. Slim, don't fight him. Don't fight him. Oh, there's some front wing.
It's Slim. Oh no, it's
Slim.
Sene's. It's Sene. BP's made a mistake.
He's through.
made a mistake. Sene's through, but front wing damage. Oh my word. Lucas has gained massively on all this. Wow. Take a breather. Now, can Sene...
Indeed.
Has he still got the pace? Bit of end plate gone.
I think the tyres will help him. He's got a bit of end plate on, but I think the tyres will help him, Dave. As I say, he's got double the tyre life. I think he's in a position now where his tyres will help him. They'll negate the damage that he's got to his front wing.
Yeah, surely. You'd hope so. Oh, it says Simo's just past your.
And yours back at the... Yeah, he's having a nightmare. And it's all gone to pot for Yor.
This could be a championship, but yours out. If that's a
Yours
safety car,
retired.
that's gonna ruin.
Well, it won't... I can't imagine it'd be a safety car this late in the race, Dave.
It's
three
a
laps
tunnel
left.
as well, isn't it? Underneath the grandstand. Sene is not getting it quite away from BP. I'll tell you what, Crazy Power's getting involved. Crazy Power right behind the back of Slim.
Well, I tell you what,
He's
I
going for
will
it. He's
say...
going for it. Crazy Power on the inside of Slimbo and through. And will iRacing get through? iRacing has got penalty. Jonathan Cox has passed Dan Murphy. And can he get past Jamie One, who's on 25 lap old?
25 lap old tyres. I did say off that second safety car, he's not going to pit.
And he is.
The more this goes on, he's not going to pit. But his tyres, as iRacing has passed Slim, and Slim's got front wing damage.
Oh, it's wow! And look at the positions. Slim is only one place ahead of Jamie One and only 2 seconds. This was Slim's to lose,
And lose it, he has.
and that's heavy damage. That's both end plates.
That is,
isn't it?
yeah, that's both end plates. Yeah, he'll struggle now.
Oh my word! Oh my word! We're definitely going to get a new winner because the front 6 have never won. Oh, BP, time penalty. Do not do that. Maybe he's up to 11th. I think Simo stopped again. Or maybe he's got some speed. Lucas is 4 seconds
Maybe he's
behind.
got some speed.
Leclerc could win from last. Leclerc on a standard setup.
That's just like Steve.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Standard setups is away.
Standard setups are the way, yeah.
RC Sene is not now making hay on Lucas. That damage is costing him any more progress. Crazy Power. Now, I have not seen his name pop up on penalties. He could get a podium. And
Oh, Jonathan Cox and Jamie One are side by side. And Coxie is through, is he? No? They're
Jamie
still
Wong,
side by
he
side.
cannot afford to lose his place. And Slim's there. The championship contenders are all together. Crazy Power's got
Crazy
BP.
Power's got... Yeah, sorry dear. Maybe another 3 second penalty.
He could be disqualified. iRacing's there as well, but he's got some penalties. Crazy Power could be on for a podium. The man who got third most podiums out of anybody last season hasn't had one podium this season. Now Leclerc and Lucas gap has stabilised. Are the hards coming back? Because Crazy Power's flying on his hards now. Oh, Slim, look at this traffic jam. Jamie spot it!
Oh my.
His hards are gone. His hards have gone. Championship leader 10th. Second championship is 7th, Slim. Dan Murphy.
Third in the championship is
out.
Yor is out. Yeah. And Dan Murphy's 9th.
on 16 lap old mediums. Wow.
IRC Racing is all over BP.
And they've both got, I think, the same amount of penalties.
I think Leclerc's checked out here, Dave. I think Leclerc's won this. He's got this in the bag, really.
If he hasn't got penalties, and I have not seen his name come up. 2 laps
So
to
much
go.
has happened in the last 15 laps, I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, ever since as an IRC Racing about to pass BP, BP's got no traction at all. At all. Easy move for IRC Racing. In the background, Jonathan Cox over the back of Slim. Slim cannot believe his luck. Dan Murphy as well, trying to get through. Slim is defending for dear life. And he's got to. Because he may have 5 seconds removed. We'll have to see that collision behind the safety car.
Crucially, Dave, Jamie 1 is still in a points paying position.
He certainly is. And ahead
I
of
don't know,
Navy.
I don't know for how long. I don't know for how long, looking at tyre life and such like. But
Navy's got a ton of penalties as well. Jonathan Cox on the outside of Slim. Can Slim hold on? He's going to have massive understeer. Jonathan Cox gets... Oh, did he hit him?
I think there was a little bit of contact there. Jonathan Cox has obviously got damage as well to his end plate.
So it's Dan Murphy who is penalty-less in ninth. Oh, in fact, I can't remember. Crazy Pat's 1 second behind RC Sene. It's
Wait to the end.
It's an Italy repeat. Now, 3.1 Lucas. Lucas is catching Leclerc. And if Leclerc has
I think it's too little too late.
But if Leclerc has got a penalty and it's 3 seconds...
Oh, Jonathan Cox has gone off. What's Jonathan Cox has pulled off. He's let everyone go.
What has happened there?
He's pitting this lap. He's got his green indicator on, so he's obviously boxing this lap. So has he got an issue, a mechanical problem, or?
I tell you what, Fissy. If Slim gets his 5 seconds removed, it's no good. He's 7 seconds behind BP. And he's holding up Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy could be the highest
Who's holding up Navy?
Contender. And then, the Navy's there, and Jamie won, holding on for dear life. Now Slim may lose his place. Oh, he runs out wide. And Dan Murphy.
They're free abreast.
This could end in absolute catastrophe. Navy gets past them both, but he's got penalties. Dan Murphy now into 8th, and Slim is 9th, and Jamie won. The 2 championship contenders at 9th and 10th. Crazy Power right behind RC Sene.
Crazy Power. On the last lap.
Sene, I don't know if he's got penalties. I can't remember. IRC Racing definitely has him 5th. So is BP. Has Leclerc from the last place on the grid in a track that is so hard to overtake. Oh, Sene has now.
Penalty.
And that may cost him the podium.
Crucial.
Look at these results. Like, it's just completely against the championship form. Leclerc. There he is.
Oh, he's checked. He checked out five laps ago, I think. He's maintained that gap around 3 to 3.5 seconds. And he's just been in total control since he got the lead of this Grand Prix.
He's in the final
What a drive.
sector. What a drive. One of the best drives I have seen. Leclerc from dead last. A standard setup. Has yet to score a podium in the IRC. Well, you can scrap that off and you can add a win to it as well. Leclerc wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Lucas wins! Oh my God! Lucas has finally done it! Crazy Power gets 3rd. It's finally happened. Finally happened. Lucas has won his first ever Elite League race. Dan Murphy finished 6th. Unbelievable.
Jamie 7th.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, Lucas could be a championship contender. Unbelievable. Lucas has done it. Finally the Greek driver, forever the bridesmaid, forever in 2nd place. It's a Greek 1-2, Crazy Power first
What
podium.
a moment.
He did it by less than a 10th. First podium for Leclerc. He's got to be proud of that. That is still an unbelievable race. Well done, Crazy Power. Finally a podium for him as well.
I think if you look at, Leclerc's got to take the positives. All right, he could have won the race. He didn't, but it's his first podium, and he's clearly shown that he has the pace to compete at the top of this league.
Absolutely. His time will come. Leclerc's time is definitely going to come. Could have been Italy, could have been Belgium as well. He's been up there in every race. But crucially, championship leader Jamie won 7th, second Slim 9th, you're at 13th and out. I tell you what, Navy just missed out on Simo just missed out on a point. Navy did get a point, and Dan Murphy, 4th in the championship, has made ground yet again. Championship
not
contenders.
much though. Not much. You'd have to say that it's not much, Dave.
It's not. It's,
you know,
it'll be 36 points now. But
Jamie's
gained on Slim. Although we'll see penalties pending.
Slim's mistake.
Quick,
yeah.
1-2.
But hang on. Slim's 5 seconds will put him 1/10 behind, 1/10 in front of Jamie if he gets his 5 seconds.
I'll have to check. I'm sure my phone will be pinging shortly. There's the Drivers' Championship prior to this race. Unbelievable. Lucas was what, 67 adrift? Well, there's still some races to go. 6 to go now? What a second half of the season for Lucas. What a race. Lucas has finally won his first race. Leclerc followed by Crazy Power. Look at Leclerc's way down there. 15th? Crazy Power's only 12th. Well, driver of the day. There's a few of them.
Well, you have to give it to Leclerc.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. As I say, similar to Stee in the Super League last week. You know, turning up after the sessions have started, can't load a setup, and ultimately charging his way from the back of the grid with a standard car setup to win the Grand Prix is just an outstanding drive, especially in this field.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think tonight's race, any number of 8 drivers could have won that. I think they all had a chance. You know, the first 10 laps were RU Racing, Lucas, Sene, Jonathan Cox. You know, I think Jonathan Cox. You know, he had a chance of winning this Grand Prix.
That could be one that got away for Jonathan Cox.
It could be, yeah. What about you, Dave? Your driver of the day?
Yeah, again, it's got to be Leclerc. The thing is, his moves were outstanding as well. But RC Sene gave us a fantastic video. I don't know where he finished in the end, actually.
4th.
4th in the end for RC Sene. What a drive through as well. Some of the overtakes were outstanding, especially after last week where it was sloppy. Some silly crashes, some silly spins. Today was so much better. Lucas kept his nose clean at the front, kept his composure, kept it together. It's got to be Leclerc, but again, like you said, Lucas, Sene, Jonathan Cox having a great race up until the last few moments. Dan Murphy kept it clean. Another top 6 for Dan Murphy. BP had a great race as well. RU Racing had a great race. Do you think Dan Murphy would be kicking himself though for a poor qualifying session? I think with no penalties and a poor qualifying session. He'll kick himself for that and not getting past Jamie soon enough. I think if he had passed Jamie, he could have been on the back of that massive queue and got even higher up the grid.
He did have to pit as well, didn't he? Pitted at the end of lap 1. He had a spin, didn't he? He got taken out on lap 1, actually.
Yep, again, like in Italy.
Yeah, it's not a bad recovery drive on reflection for Dan Murphy. I just feel that if he didn't get taken out on lap 1, he could have won that race.
Anyone could.
Because he was ahead of...
As you said, half the grid could have won that. Bettino was up there again before he retired. It was yet again, the first half of the race before the first safety car, it just set it up. And the mixture of strategy made this race what it was as well. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So that is it. I don't think anyone's going to join us. I'd like to have heard from Lucas. I think we all would, to be honest with you. But he's probably in tears. But congratulations to Lucas. Finally, been in the Elite League since season 1, since the first race. Has come close so many times, and finally he is doing it as my phone's already pinging with incidents. So I tell you what, BP had 5 seconds under the safety car as well. He may have that removed. We'll keep you updated on the social media outlets. What a race! Lucas has finally done it after 3.5 seasons of trying and so many second places. Leclerc pushed him all the way from the back of the grid in second, and Crazy Power, his first podium of the season, and he puts himself up in that midfield battle as well. RC Sene starred, RU Racing starred. So many drivers could have won that. It was an absolute thriller. I think we're in Russia next. Is that right? Russia round 16?
I don't ask me, mate. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we're heading to Sochi, but don't hold me on that one. What a race! another absolute unpredictable action-packed thriller. Join Sean for the Super League tomorrow from 8 o'clock for what should surely be the same again. But from us, for now,